Hari Om.
Gurubhyo Namah.
Hari Om Guruji.
Welcome everyone. We'll start with a prayer. Gajananam Bhuta Ganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Falasara Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinasha Karanam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we have this meeting short notice. Spite of it, you have joined. So Kishorji, when is your class?
It will be coming shortly, Guruji, but I can participate, no issues.
Wait, I'm not able to hear you. I think the audio level is so low.
Oh.
That's what I think. I'm not sure. Okay.
Am I audible now, Guruji?
Slightly, yes. Better.
Okay. So I can participate, Guruji, but it will be there in the near future, I think half an hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay. How long, how much ever you can participate, because I don't think this will be over because we want to just use this as a trailer, okay? And not try to complete it. I'm sure all of you will be able to add in points. And then with those set of additional information, we'll do a 100% meeting with using the same horoscope again. Okay? So that's the idea. Now, I request Gautam Seju, to the youngest astrologer in our astrology community, to share the horoscope. Okay? I'll be here throughout the discussion. Here's Gautam.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, we are able to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cancer ascendant 70 degrees.
Okay. Spend some time on this, because I think he has another page which will reveal the Bhava position, and if you want some more information as we go through, but at least something that we can figure out. Okay. You want to go back and forth between Bhava chart, Rashi, Bhava, and maybe Ashtakarga, Sadbala. What are the other options you have, Gautam? You have another page?
Yes, I can take the Bhava chart.
Okay. In this, can people say something about what you noticed? Something?
In Bhava, only two planets difference.
Only
Mars
two
goes
people.
to the 12th house and Moon to the 10th house. That's all.
Oh, Moon goes to the 10th house.
No, I mean, yeah.
It will go backwards.
8th house, sorry.
Gautam, it will go backwards. See, the formula for when planets will go backward and forward, very simple. If the Lagna degree is greater than 15, there is only one possibility that planets can go backwards.
Okay.
If it is 0 to 15, not 15, 15 it will not move at all, but 0 to 14, it will go forward. There's no other option.
Okay.
So moment you see it is greater than 15, only expect planets to go backwards. So it's very simple, straightforward Bhava chart, equal system. Whereas if you use unequal, you can't come up with an idea like that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, in spite of such short notice, so many people have joined. Surprising.
Yes.
Okay, now can you show
Bhava chart?
other charts? Yes, the other charts. Shubha says 7th Lord in the 12 challenges in relationship. Has this person done a lot of merits? Purva Punya is very high, a lot of Punya, lot of merits, virtues, or what is it you feel when it comes to this chart?
First thing we see is the presence of the Lagna Lord in the 8th and Moon in the 8th in the Bhava chart. In the Bhava chart, Moon in the 8th, and we see that it is aspected by, in the D1, it is aspected, the 8th house is aspected by Mars.
Am I, everyone is, when Kishorji speaks, is the volume low for everyone or is it only for me?
I think it's low for everybody.
It's low for everyone, right? Okay.
Is this better, Guruji?
Yeah.
Okay, it's here two observations to be seen from the Bhava chart and the Rashi chart. In the Bhava chart, we see Moon in the 8th. Once again, that is Arishta and Alpha U. MD wants to say something? Okay, so Moon in the 8th is an Alpha U characteristic. And here in the D1 chart, we see Mars aspecting the 8th house. The first observation. So Purva Punya, I feel, is a bit difficult for this native. Because the 5th lord is debilitated. Am I audible?
Yes, Kishorji.
Yeah.
Continue.
And the 9th lord is aspected by Mars. Degree-wise conjunction, the degree-wise aspect is very high for, if I'm not mistaken, it should be almost 100%. Mars aspecting Jupiter. Why Jupiter? Because of the 9th lordship. So, and to answer Guruji's question, my observation is that the Purva Punya for the native is actually running at a very low balance, Guruji.
Eight out of 9 planets are in Hindusthanas.
One more important observation. Let me make myself clear. Am I audible now?
Yes,
Gautam?
Kishorji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. One more important observation is for this Lagna, Saturn is not only the lord of the 7th, but also the 8th. That is, he is not only a Maraka, but he's also a Karaka for longevity, the 8th house lord.
Yes.
Okay, and he is afflicted in the 12th house. He's gone to the Dusthana along with Rahu. So that's an affliction actually. The 7th lord and the 8th lord, both at the same time getting afflicted. And Saturn is the only Graha which can be the Maraka as well as the Karaka for longevity.
Yeah.
And I have to give credit to this point, to the source of this point. This is a point mentioned in the book Unraveling the Puzzle of Longevity. I've been reading this recently. The author of this is VP Goyal, and he did this research under the guidance of Shri K.N. Rao. So this observation fits this chart clearly.
Can you kindly repeat what you said?
So I'm reading a book currently called as Unraveling the Secret of Longevity,
Oh, okay.
Puzzle of Longevity by VP Goyal.
Okay.
And one important point he mentions about the 8th house or the longevity house is that Saturn is the only graha that is both a maraka and also a karaka for longevity. For this particular lagna,
Okay, it becomes 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times. So for whenever the 8th house falls in Aquarius, and that happens when this is the lagna.
Correct.
Whenever the 8th house happens to be Aquarius, then the Lord of the 7th and the 8th both become strong determinants of longevity, and both of them have taken a hit by going to the 12th house and afflicted by Saturn. And if you look at the Bhava chart, you also have Mars there. Mars is afflicting, Saturn is being afflicted. Both of them are being afflicted by Rahu. In fact, I think it's a Papa Kartari. Guruji, would you define this?
Not exactly, because Saturn is ahead. Saturn is ahead, but Mars and Rahu are together. But the point is, is to be considered because simply because the Lord of the 8th has gone to 12th.
Yeah, so 7th is a maraka.
Yeah, so you don't have to, add one more point to it by saying it is in Papa Kartri. Because if you look into the sky, it is not Papa Kartri. But
Guruji, one small difference. Both Saturn and Mars are in retrograde, and Rahu is also retrograde. So is it not a Papa Kartri, Guruji? Because Saturn is going along the direction of Rahu, and Mars is also going in the same direction as Rahu. Rahu is in the front and Mars is in the back.
Oh,
so it's a retrograde, Guruji.
No. I'm sorry. It is Papa Kartri. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? In equal system, you're not supposed to display degrees, Gautam. In the Bhava chart, don't display. I saw that and got confused.
Okay, I'll remove it. Just a second.
Please remove it. It has no meaning there because it is from the degrees you derive the Bhava chart itself. Then how can you write again degrees inside a Bhava chart?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was looking at the D1 chart, Guruji.
No. Now it's correct. What you said is correct. Now Saturn is between Rahu and Mars, a point I missed because I had a phone call in between and I got distracted. Okay. So I did not see that. So my eyes went to the right side and I was just looking at it because the degrees always, in my eyes, always means the Rashi chart. Okay. Because in Bhava chart, there is no degrees. So in the sky, if you take a photograph, Saturn will say, I'm between Rahu and Mars. Okay. I'm between Rahu and Mars. So it's the real Papa Kartri. As against Papa Kartri, that is between Rashis, completely, distance from a particular point. So here it is surely Papa Kartri. So you have so many problems with Saturn, I think, right?
Yes.
Because it is 7th and 8th Lord and so on. So many things going wrong. Can we add that Rahu is also 8th Lord? One more reason. Okay.
Yes, Guruji, co-lord.
Yeah. Co-lord, right? Rahu is also co-lord. So we have some.
Do we consider this moon in the 8th from the Bhava chart as per the Bhrigu Sutram? It is actually Alpayu, Guruji.
Yeah. We may think. I don't know how far this person lived. Maybe only Gautam knows. Okay. We will not quickly go in there. But meanwhile, we'll try to understand. Are we suggesting short life or Alpayu?
There is an Arishta, Guruji. That is what I wanted to say.
I think they call that usually Balarishta, right? To have moon in the 8th is one of the Balarishta. B.V. Raman used to say, I do have moon in the 8th, and there was a very dangerous disease I suffered from when I was very young, and actually the doctors wrote me off initially, saying he's not going to survive. Okay, so moon in the eighth is a pretty dangerous thing, especially because in this it doubles up as Lagna Lord,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's a double whammy.
Yeah, double. When it doubles up, there is always something else than simply moon in the eighth. But then again and again, so many things are happening. I think when you got moon in the eighth, and the Lord of the eighth. Normally, we don't use dispositive theory like this, but dispositive is actually from Rashi chart. So even otherwise also, if you start stacking up on 8th, I think you get a lot of things. I don't know what is the dasha that the person went through first. Must be what? Guru, right? As soon as life started in Guru, I think, because Purva Bhadra.
Yes,
Purva
Guru
Bhadra,
Mahadasha had started.
fourth pada, maybe little more. Wait, we have Dr. Naga Kumari has raised her hand. So please give her a chance to, express her opinion.
Namaste, Guruji. This is
Namaste.
Karkataka ascendant and
Yeah.
debilitated Mars is placed. Actually, Mars is supposed to be Yogakarka for this ascendant.
Very
but
nice. Very nice.
is debilitated and placed in the Lagna. That is the first point. And Lagna Lord Moon is.
1 minute. A small correction there. It is not in Lagna because you can see side by side, Gautam has displayed the Chalit chart, right? In that, it moved back into the 12th. See, these are very important things in astrology because if this child was born before 15 degrees, the chances were that it could have been Mars in Lagna, even in the Bhava chart. But this child is waiting till the Lagna goes beyond 15 degrees. And the intention for that is to push Mars backwards. Now, whatever you said, that the Yoga Karaka, the most important planet, has slipped into the 12th. Additional is, it is also Nicha. Nicha is not taken from Bhava chart. Ucha Nicha, Swakshetra, Kshetra Balam, nothing is to be taken from Rashi. Bhava chart means you simply ask in which house number it is. Mars in the 12th. You'll have to read that. Mars, 10th Lord in the 12th. 10th Lord in the 12th. 10th is karma. 12th is loss of karma. No karma, right?
Yeah. If
Or
karma
less
is
karma.
his officials won't appreciate him, he will never get recognized in his work and all. So
Okay.
maybe in abroad or foreign countries, he may have some chance to do some work. And 8th moon, it is Balarista. And one more special thing, that is Venus is in Papakartri, which is Kalatra Karaka and main reason for marriage and all. He is in between all Papagrahas, Papakartri. That
Okay.
time. That too, he is in 6th place. Venus
Okay.
it is not good for the Venus. Bhrigushatka dosha it is.
Okay.
And it's placed in 6th, and I think this person, this native is not married at all, I believe.
We will wait for answers from
Yeah.
Gautam because it was
What-
his.
And maybe because 4th Jupiter is there, maybe opposite gender persons, they get attracted. He may have always good friends, some satisfactory life, because in the 4th house, Jupiter is located, who is Karaka for all happiness, satisfaction and all. Jupiter is located there. So maybe he's having some other these things. But I think for marital problems will be there. I think mostly he's not married.
Not married. Okay.
Maybe abroad settled. These two are the main things. And Balarista is there. That's what I observed, sir. And the Saturn and Rahu together, that we call it as Shepita Yoga.
Okay. Shapit. Okay. Shapith, right? Shapit. Okay.
Okay, Sej.
If you go routine checkup, like where is first Lord, where is second Lord, third Lord, fourth Lord, like that, can anybody or three of you join and continuously run through simply Lords of houses in different houses, something like that?
Sir,
Lagna-
actually, we are not
Lord in
using
eighth.
this Bhava chart. We do only on Rashi chart. Okay, I will try to learn.
Yeah. Use the Bhava chart for house number. Okay. Ucha, Nicha, Swakshetra, friend place, enemy place, bitter enemy place, all this dignity is only seen from Rashi.
Okay.
House number is seen from Bhava chart.
Okay.
Okay. So if first
Sir, I joined late, sir. Can I know the question? Is there any question?
no question, we are trying to gauge the horoscope. Like what is
Okay.
peculiar about the horoscope? Because Gautam actually located this, and he says this could be a very interesting case study. Also, I think he says it will prove a lot of things. Okay,
Okay,
or
okay.
at least it kind of is encouraging for those who are doing research in astrology, that astrology is worth study, something like that.
So is it man's chart or female, male or female, sir?
Well, I don't know the answer. Maybe Gautam might help.
Mhm.
Gautam?
It's
Maybe
male, Guruji, male.
male. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, 1
Sir,
minute.
maybe our classmates have already found that what I know.
Okay.
I want to tell one point, sir. Many planets are in 12th, 6th, and 8th. So only one planet is out of that.
Okay. Only one planet is not in 6, 8, and 12. All of them are in 6, 8, and 12 in the Bhava chart. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, 2 planets, sir. Mars and Jupiter.
No, in the Bhava chart, Mars is in the 12th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sir, Saturn 8th Lord in 12th is also Viparit Raja Yoga.
Okay. See, the problem about all these rules is that if you have to go in the correct track, and then from there you'll have to branch out. So if you say, what did he say? 8th Lord in the 12th, is it?
Sir,
Yes.
but you disagree to that point, right? Generally, it's only 6 in 6, 8 in 8, 12 in 12 in videos.
No. I'm just telling you, let's learn it from Parashara. Don't even learn it from me. Okay.
Yeah.
What did Parashara say for 8th Lord in the 12th? That's all. We start from there because astrology is such a vast, subject. So many things, so many people, so many rishis themselves were involved. And then later on, many astrologers down the line, over the centuries, they did their own contribution. And now in the time of internet and YouTube, we are doing countless contributions that nobody else has ever done in astrology. Okay. So this is the background, but we always stick to the fundamentals.
Sir, is the individual having any addictions? Because moon in 8th is an indication.
Let's see, when we talk about something, let's finish it off.
Okay,
The
sorry.
8th Lord in the 12th. What did Maharishi say?
One moment, sir. I'm opening.
Yeah, you open the
BPH.
book, BPHS volume 1, and then say what you have to say. The 8th Lord in the 12th.
Viparit Raja Yoga, that is Vimala Yoga.
Yeah, see, Vimala Yoga, we'll wait for the other student. We will consider what you said, okay? Now, is that Vimala Yoga or not, we will decide later, okay? The true form of Harsha Yoga, Sarala Yoga, Vimala Yoga, is actually only 6th Lord in the 6th, 8th Lord in the 8th, and 12th Lord in the 12th. The reason being that planets occupying their own Rashi, their own house, their own place, gives a different kind of results when compared to other types. Swakshetra, that is the logic behind 6th Lord in the 6th, 8th Lord in the 8th, and 12th Lord in the 12th. So we'll keep that aside. Other than that, 8th Lord in the 12th, the student is now going to read out from none other than the greatest astrologer of all times, Maharishi Parashara.
Sorry, sir. I just pinged the 12th Lord in 8th.
No, 8th Lord in 12th.
8th Lord in 12th. Yeah, sorry.
Have you gone to that page?
Yeah.
Yes. Dr. Nagakumari, you'll be given a chance. Let him finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, you can put down your hand because, okay. Kishorji, please wait. What happened to the student? Not able to locate?
No, I'm not able to find it, sir. For I'm using Google, so using BPHS.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
not
have
having the book. You don't have the book.
book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. I always want the students to quote because this will give them confidence. Okay. That's why I'm waiting. Because
Sir, may I?
Yeah, please.
If eighth lord be situated in the 12th house, the native will squander his wealth on evil deeds, be short-lived, more so if he is in conjunction with a malefic planet.
Yeah, the short life is to be predicted if that graha itself is afflicted. And in the beginning, Kishorji pointed out that Saturn is definitely bracketed by two malefics in the sky. If you take a photo, where will Saturn be? Of course, Rahu you can't see in the photograph, but still Rahu is on the other side. Mars is on this side. So if you ask where is Rahu, where is Saturn? Rahu is between, where is Saturn? You know, it is between Rahu and Mars. So it's a 100% afflicted 8th lord in the 12th. So I think it should be short life, right? Must be less than 32 years. Am I right, Gautam? Is it less than 32?
Yes, it's less than 32.
Okay, then we'll keep it like that. Now,
Sir, this point can be, I want to add one more point for short life, sir. One more stack.
Yeah.
That is moon in the 8th, sir.
I think before you joined, I think Kishorji already pointed it, and I think two more students also said the same. Moon in the 8th is a minus, right? Moon in the 8th is a minus. Okay.
And one more thing is the 8th lord, maybe it is also discussed, it was also discussed, the 8th lord is Aish Karaka.
Okay.
And it is in the 12th. It is not in the Kendra.
Yeah, I think even that Kishorji mentioned because he quoted some book saying it is only for Karkadaga Lagna that this can happen, unfortunately, that Saturn is too many things at one time, right? I know people who went through Saturn Antardasha and Rahu Dasha, Saturn Antardasha, Saturn Dasha, Rahu Antardasha for Karkadaga Lagna is typically bad. And the reason is what Kishorji pointed out, because it becomes too many things at one time. Right? Because it's some functional malefic 7 and 8. And then on top of that, it is a natural karaga for all these bad things. Mrityu karaga, roga karaka, pravrajya karaga, and so on. So many things, right? So completely against our what we enjoy in life, worldly life, our hospital, and so on and so forth. Good. I think we are accumulating. Now, Gautam, how do we do the Aish calculation? Because we don't know the dasha. I think you need to show some other charts for us to see whether what happened till 32. Okay. But we'll wait for some more time.
Sir, I just have one question. Sorry to interrupt. Because I have seen some charts very closely related who had 8th moon. But I mean, I'm sure they're addicted. Most of them are alcoholic or some other addictions. But like some of them are close to 60 now. Some of them I have seen are like close to. But one person who's 60 and above, he is having exalted moon. Exalted moon meaning in Taurus.
Exalted.
In the yeah. Very halogenic life.
Yeah. Now.
Like fully addicted to alcohol.
Okay. Only addicted to alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. I got the point. Now, astrology is not where you just read by one planetary position and try to answer. But even otherwise, the in Brigasutram, moon in the 8th, he's asking us to examine the quality of the moon, right? If anybody has Brigasutram, one of you open the book and keep it with you. And whenever we say something, you just join in the discussion and say, yes, moon in the 8th. The Maharishi has said this. Now, the problem with astrology is anytime you read a combination, you should always connect it to something else, something else, something else. Okay. Like dignity. Oh, no, I see it is it's especially strong. I see it's Vargotama. No, I see it is debilitated both in 2 charts or 3 charts, or Vimshopaka Bala is very low. So after getting the initial clue, you got to ask some more questions and some more questions till you feel for sure that we are on the right track. If you go only, like you just now pointed out, moon in the 8th exalted, it's not short life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Maharshi says if moon is in her own sign or exalted,
Yeah.
native will be long-lived. He will have medium span of life, and if the moon is waning.
Okay. This moon is not waning. This moon is growing because it is ahead of the sun, right? So I hope everybody knows how to read that. How do you know it is Shukla Paksha moon? Anybody who does not know, maybe you can take help of Kishore or seniors in the class. Okay. Is
Sir, also to add, Mars Rahu Saturn combination is also regarded as Sharpit Yoga.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a curse from a past life, and that too in the 12th. So evidently something related to past life, pertaining to probably hospitals or something like bed related, and especially with Moon, Rahu, and Saturn.
Oh, okay. So at least can we make a conclusion that this soul is mostly, more of sins carried forward? Maybe how much sin? What kind of sin? Is it 50-50 or 70-30 or 90-10 or whatever? You can give some mark. All of you can join in this giving marks in Punya versus Papa. Okay, sin versus.
I think 90-10, sir, because there's no sin. Yeah, because there's 5th Lord is a Purva Punya Sthana, and the 5th Lord itself going into 12th, highly in debilitation. And then also conjunct with Rahu, conjunct with Saturn, who are like the Vairi, like the highest degree of enmity for the planet. And on top of it, it's also like no planet is supporting 5-9.
Okay. But at least
Sir, one more point, sir.
Yeah.
Whether it is eclipsed or not, sun eclipsed sun or not, it's not. But I want to confirm.
You can Google.
Should be there in
Wait. We'll ask Gautam for year of birth. Gautam, you have the year of birth. So somebody can Google eclipses of that year and see. Can you just provide the date alone?
Year of birth is 1946.
Oh, 1946. So I'll just say eclipses of. I'm on Google right now. Eclipses of 1949. Is it?
46. It
46.
also looks like the year of war because of Rahu, Saturn, and Mars.
Yeah, the
Like
war is going on, right? Second World War. How did it end? Second World War. No, it's not ended. The last year.
Yeah, close to
the endings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the endings of war isn't a nice place anyway. A nice time. So let me see eclipses of 1946. Wait, I have the dates with me. Now, if Gautam says the date, I can say whether it was between eclipse or any of those.
Okay.
What is the date?
It's January, Guruji.
Is it January 3rd and after?
It's January 3rd and after, yes.
It is January 3rd and after. And within a fortnight from January?
Yes.
So it's a solar eclipse. Okay, whoever got that, congratulations. It is a solar eclipse.
The day of birth was solar eclipse, eh?
Solar eclipse.
Wow.
And I also missed that point. So it's good that a student reminded me. So 3rd Jan 1946, there was a solar eclipse. Now, what happens with the solar eclipse is, when a solar eclipse happens, it no longer matters whether it happens on the date. Of course, with date, you get exact predictions. But once it is afflicted, they say the sun is in trouble for so many days, 14 days at a stretch. You want to say something about the sun being bothered with the, got into a solar eclipse? You want to make some statements? Anyone?
Atmakaraka being disturbed, like the natural Atmakaraka.
Okay, everybody's Atmakaraka is
Sun.
the sun, but in this case, sun is not the Atmakaraka from the Chara point of view, right? Looks like
Yeah,
Saturn is. But anyway,
Yes.
sun is a natural Karaka,
Hmm.
right? Oh, Shubha is coming up with health issues. Why is that, Shubha?
Arogyam Bhaskaradi Chet.
Very good. Congratulations. Arogyam Bhaskara. Okay. From Bhaskara comes health. What a fantastic answer. Not only health, the entire thing called life is on earth only because of the sun. Right? You don't have the sun, you don't have life. Nothing. Whatever moves in this world.
And his father may be having some problems.
No, let's not dilute. Focus only on this guy because we just want to know, looks like Alpayush. We just want to know maybe 20 years, 18 years, 15 years. When did it happen? Do we move from Jupiter Mahadasha to Saturn Mahadasha for death? Or do we say something else? We do not know. Gautam, can we say the person died before 32, right? That is confirmed.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay.
Below 32 anyway.
Below, okay. Oh, now we have a request from Kishorji. He says, can we share other charts? Okay. Yeah, we got the other charts. Fantastic layout, Gautam.
Thank you, Guruji.
You have a very nice setup because people who want to know who else moon looked at, you can use the chart, right? In the aspect table is there. On house, planets on houses is there. So planets
Yes.
on the moon, if you want to check. On the moon, who is bothering the moon maximum? Nobody?
No, almost nobody. All are less than
Nothing
70%.
bigger than 66, right? 66. Ketu 66, Mercury 66. So nothing came up from that moon.
Yeah.
In Parashari text, the Rishi says, simply by looking at the Rashis, and if you notice a pattern you got, it will give a lot of importance to those patterns. Forget everything. Forget Lagna, forget the reading. But simply by looking at the zodiac, can anyone come up with one line statement that this horoscope is so peculiar because of that? Nothing about Lagna, nothing about the reading, but just that something very different in this chart.
Saturn, Jupiter, or Vargotma, Guruji.
Okay, we are not coming there. We are simply saying that simple things about zodiac, right? Zodiacs, fire, earth, air, water. Okay. Or this or that, like that. Can you come up with some statement? Male sign, female sign.
Guruji, almost all the heavyweight grahas are in the 6-12 axis, and both the 6-12 axis square rashis are dual sign rashis.
You almost answered, but I said no need to connect to Lagna. But without that, how many planets are in dual signs? The truth about dual sign is Virgo is not a dual sign, but it is a common sign. There's a difference. Dual signs are really only Mithuna, Dhanush, and Meena or Pisces. Okay, the remaining three corners are real double-bodied sign. Is that trying to say something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many grahas are in dual sign? Double, everything.
7 grahas.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Karthik, I'll tell you, let's not go into a tangent. We are not going into any personal things. I think now the focus is on how long this person lived. That's all. Okay. Because I know it's so difficult. Okay. Your eyes, you start looking out for patterns about marriage, seventh lord. All this is not a concern right now. First thing is, like in the ancient days, they used to say, first let the child survive. Like that they used to say. And so they always told the parents, come after 8 years of age. Why? Longevity calculations are extremely difficult for even experts in astrology. The rishis themselves have accepted that. So the local astrologers always said, come after 8 years. It is indirectly saying, first, let's see whether the child survives. Then we look into other things. Okay. Wait, Deepak Kumar, 12th house as low point in Ashtaka Varga. Okay. I mean, that's also a point.
But that's a good point, no, sir? Like having low points on 12 on Ashtaka Varga.
Yeah. But generally, it is good to have low points in 6, 8, and 12.
Yeah.
Sir, regarding health issues, sir, he was born in Rahu Antardasha, sir. Jupiter Rahu Antardasha.
How do you know? Oh, it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Gautam, is she right by saying she was born in Jupiter Rahu?
Yes, he is born in Jupiter Rahu.
Anybody
Oh, wow.
in this class who attended our meeting that day where on the mic I said something about your first Antardasha? That
Yes, Guruji.
the meeting we had, Chennai meeting.
Yes, Guruji. You mentioned that anytime there is an Antardasha of Rahu or Ketu, it brings problems from the past birth and especially genetic problems.
Correct.
Hereditary.
We'll ask Gautam, was there a genetic problem, Gautam?
Yes, Guruji, 100%.
Okay. Okay. So we're getting closer. Okay. See, don't rush to conclusion every time you see a horoscope. I see the first Antardasha is Rahu and Ketu. So surely you have a genetic problem. Please go and check the doctor. Don't scare people. Wait until you get enough clues. Okay. In this case, we got. Okay. Therefore, we are saying many people. But how do we connect all these double-bodied signs, so many planets? Is there a way to connect that to medical astrology? I don't know.
But not only Sun is eclipsed, sir. In Rahu Ketu axis, there are so many planets. Very near, Mercury is very near, sir, to Ketu, Rahu Ketu axis.
Okay. I mean, the moment there's an eclipse, you know what happens? That entire axis is afflicted. Right? That entire axis is afflicted. But very difficult to point at eclipse, because if you use the rule, how far Sun is away from Ketu, all that is, very complex. That's why I came to the idea, to the conclusion that it's simple. Go to timeanddate.com, check when the eclipse is. That's all. You don't have to break your head whether there is really an eclipse or not. But there was a lunar eclipse before, right? When the moon, now it is sun, moon crossing sun, so it must have been solar eclipse. But if you rewind, maybe sometime back, the moon would have been on the opposite side with Rahu and Saturn, where Mithuna is, and when the child was inside the womb, the final days of, being in the mother's stomach, the lunar eclipse happened. Okay. But we can't do anything with the eclipse, like this, because unless a horoscope reveals, because once in 6 months, there will be an eclipse. So all pregnancies are likely to be covered by one eclipse. But maybe there is something about the final stages of delivery, right? Something very crucial happens during the final stage. I don't know how many of you know this, that every time a child is born, it is almost on the verge of dying. Any doctor, Dr. Naga can say something about that. They do something to make it all right. It's not like, I don't know how, without the doctors, like for other animals, how their young ones are born. But for human beings alone, it's slightly more complex, I think, for some reason.
Sir, pardon me, this is a doctorate, sir, PhD in zoology, of course. I'm
Oh,
not a medical doctor.
oh, you're not a medical doctor. Okay.
Not.
Okay. Okay. I'll remember that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Where is your Rahu and Ketu? You're having Naga in your name.
My Rahu is in 9th. Ketu
Okay.
is
Third house. Yeah. 3-9. Okay. Equal house, we got something. Navamsha. No, we are not looking into that. Do you think, Gautam, you're rounding up something? What is that?
Is the aspects Jupiter receives.
Oh,
98% from, yeah.
Mars is looking at Jupiter 98% and Rahu is looking at Jupiter 96%.
Jupiter Rahu aspect is the fifth aspect, ninth aspect, sir. It's not.
Oh, the special aspect. Okay.
And is it anything to do with the
Saturn and
nervous system?
Mars are close, sir, in his chart. Maybe some violence can be there, or can we expect like that?
Okay. See, one way, as soon as you ask such questions, you should say, there must have been violence in his past life. Okay. Because 612, he must have done, accumulated a lot of sins due to violence. Okay. Or like in the beginning, somebody said too much of sin. I think somebody gave a rating of 90-10. Right?
I gave it, sir.
You gave 90-10. So what is that the person has done? Only God knows. We will never know that. But we know it is something quite bad. In the aspect table, is there something else we are missing? Something special? Parapagus. Okay. Oh, husband and son, doctors. Wonderful. Such a noble profession. Okay.
Sir, also I was like trying to reach you out yesterday in WhatsApp. Like the Veena teacher that I learned, he's an ophthalmologist and a surgeon. So I just wanted to get some patterns. Like if it's okay, I'm sorry, not trying to change the discussion topic, but what is a combination generally that a typical doctor looks in? Like how does a chart for a doctor looks in?
There are many combinations that we cannot discuss it in. Maybe I'll ask Gautam to bring about. See, it's like all these things are stack up. Okay, you can't find simple rules. Normally, the sun will be an indicator, but then sometimes if they're dentist, the sun may not be, Saturn might be. So depending upon their specialty, things will change. And usually, I have used it only like this. When the question is asked, can I become a doctor? I know there's already an interest in becoming a doctor. And then the planets, we are able to zoom in. But if nothing is told, it's very difficult to find out. But some horoscopes will stare in the face so strongly, like in this case. Okay. But sometimes it won't be. There'll be 3 planets vying with each other and the specialization will change. And it's not so easy. Whereas till date, whenever I predicted, when they asked me, which type of doctor, some of the specialization I've always done perfectly. So that is based on years of experience. And I don't think till date I gave a prediction where I said somebody will become a doctor and he did not. He or she did not. That never happened in my entire career.
Oh, so great.
Yeah. I was lucky every time.
It's like 10th lord going into the 12th house and 12th representing
that is one of the things because there's a 10 and 12 connection, but then you need a lot more proof for that, whether this 12th house is only a hospital, Shadbala you have to check Dashamsa, so many things. Okay. So as of we want to keep meeting short because the complaint I get from people is that the meeting goes for a long time and we don't know where to stop. So before we get in, we fear how much time will be spent. So we'll break it up into several classes. Okay. We'll get back. Thank you, Gautam, for everything. So for those of you who do not know, Gautam has joined my office and he is helping me with all the research. I think at this rate, we'll soon come up with some books. And it was Kishorji's idea that I do this. Okay. So thank you again, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Guruji. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you, Guruji.
Bye, Guruji.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bye. Good evening to everyone.
Thank you.
Hari Om. I was surprised when such short notice so many students came in. Okay. Yeah, Deepak Kumar says all the best, Gautam. Okay.
Guruji, we still have something else to cover in that chart, I think, but we will do it later.
There must be,
Yeah,
Kishore, you can definitely come up again.
Yeah.
I think now we are having, I've given him an idea about how to catalog this horoscope so that next time we can pull it out instantly. I've given him some nice ideas. So hopefully we'll have a nice database with all AAA rating.
Okay. Can I get the DTP from Gautam, Guruji?
Yeah, you can. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.